The Jay-Z files by Get Like Prince. Let's get into it. Lock in, baby.
Yesterday, Jay-Z and Pusha T will be name dropped in the Epstein files and accused of abuse and essay. And the whole internet is on fire right now because they really dropped out of nowhere. The Department of Justice, the DOJ, they will release 3 million documents from the Epstein files with over 2,000 videos, 200,000 images, basically so much information that came out about this case, about this man. But a lot of it is censored. Like the last time they dropped some of these files, 99% of it.
But let's be honest now. Anybody that know Jay-Z, he was getting a little too friendly with Aaliyah back in the day. And Aaliyah was a kid. Aaliyah was like barely, she had just got out of being a preteen. So he's always been creepy. And then he got with Beyonce like right after puberty, bro. Like everybody know Jay-Z a little bit to be, you know what I'm saying? He be towing that line a little bit. I ain't calling him a PDF. I'm just saying he'll get a little too friendly with these younger women. So
was censored, but it was like the government forgot how to use a computer or something because they would black out all of these names and all of these bodies and text.
20s.
But people was able to just copy and paste it and be able to read what they blacked out anyway. It's not like that this time, but the point is the government was trying to cover a lot of this up. But what they didn't cover up was name dropping Pusha T and name dropping Jay-Z.
Pusha T?
Variety will write this. The Department of Justice released 3 million documents from the Epstein files along with 2,000 videos and roughly 180,000 images. The batch included mention of celebrities like Jay-Z.
180,000 images, bro? Oh,
Pusha T and Harvey Weinstein. Mentions of the trio did not come from Epstein's personal records, nor reports corroborated by law enforcement. The two rappers and the disgraced Hollywood mogul were named in a tip to the FBI, which was archived as part of the Epstein investigation. So whenever these files normally come out, there's a lot of famous people that always get name dropped. But with Jay-Z being name dropped, that don't mean he's necessarily guilty of something. This is an accusation.
Say less. Look, see, I jumped the gun now. I apologize, Jay-Z. Don't send them shooters. Like Kanye say, do not send them shooters. Well, I didn't say that you're a PDF. I didn't say that you're a PDF, but he does get a little too friendly as a grown man in his mid to late 20s, getting friendly with these young girls. That's all.
He named in some Epstein files to begin with. It's still crazy as hell. Now, before I get into these Jay-Z allegations, you really got to understand the situation they're in. The situation with these Epstein files. They basically been in purgatory for a long ass time. Y'all know Jeffrey Epstein. He's this predator, this
boogeyman.
People know Epstein for being a
the white
weird
Diddy.
nigga. And for a long time, people wanted these files to come out. They like, you got this dirt on Epstein. You got this dirt on all of these people surrounded by Epstein. And so many elite figures, so many powerful people in this country that was surrounded with Epstein that took part in some of these activities. Yet, when the government puts out these docs and want to release these files, they want to block out every name. They want to block out the shit that people really want to see. And basically, the DOJ, Department of Justice, was holding it hostage. They would miss deadlines for this information to come out. They would miss this, they would miss that. And it kind of came to a situation where it was like,
hey, chat. Look like they hiding something.
Who is going to put the law down on Department of Justice? Them niggas that give out the law. They give out the repercussions. So who's above them to make them actually go through with what they need to go through with? So the DOJ has kind of been in a position where they can skip these deadlines and nothing will happen. And people are mad. Even Republicans are mad. These right-wingers, these Trump supporters, they're mad. Everybody is mad and wants to see these files come out because
transparency.
What y'all niggas hiding? Why y'all so scared to put this out? PBS will write this. The Department of Justice released its latest and likely last major batch of files related to investigation into the late convicted SO Jeffrey Epstein. This comes more than a month after the DOJ missed the headlines set by Congress and signed into law by Trump. It includes more than 3 million pages, 2,000 videos, 180,000 images. The DOJ says there are redactions, including personally identifying information of victims. The department has not provided a full explanation of what's excluded, but the Deputy Attorney General said the White House did not have oversight over the review or redactions.
Hopefully you
Todd
doing well.
Blanche, U.S. Deputy Attorney General,
will
say
That's
this:
crazy.
we complied with the statute.
Hopefully you doing well too.
With the act. There is no, and we did not protect Donald Trump. We didn't protect him or anybody else. There's a
hold up. So Donald Trump wanted this to come out even if he's involved in it. That's G. That's real G, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's some gangster stuff right there. Bro said, drop the files whether I'm in it or not. GG's.
for information that I do not think
let the
will be
Lord figure
satisfied
him
by the
out. Let the
review of
Lord
these
sort him out.
documents. Basically, Trump and the entire government have been under the craziest pressure from the country because what you mean you got the files on the most known predator in the country and y'all don't want to drop it. Y'all want to take us through all these loopholes and do all this and that just to get this info out to the world. And people felt like Trump and these political figures were afraid for this info to come out because it's dirt on everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of these people have documented
They
relationships
still, and a
with
lot of
Epstein.
these people still in power. So that's kind of why people want to know these clowns that are so-called in power, what they really like. Show their true freaky nature. You know what I'm saying? Let us see what's really going on behind them curtains, dog. When that TV turns off, when that camera turns off. Let's see what's really going on.
A lot of weird little stuff been coming out about Trump and Epstein and these other political figures and famous people. And it got to a point where, like I said before, Trump's hand got forced and these docs had to come out. The word Epstein files have been haunting the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump for months. Pressure was building from Trump's own supporters and from voices within his own Republican Party for more transparency on what the federal investigation into Epstein uncovered. After weeks of resistant release, Trump reversed course and urged Republicans to vote to open the Epstein files to public scrutiny. Both chambers of Congress, the legislative branch of U.S. government, approved a measure that compared the Justice Department to release all files.
Yeah, I'm on Discord. It should be in my description, brother.
In November, that kickstarted a 30-day deadline for release of the files, except for those that relate to an active criminal investigation, identifying victims of Epstein's abuse or invade their privacy, or contain images of physical and child blank. I can't really say because we're on YouTube. And I'm explaining all of this to you so you can understand how bad these files are if you really didn't know. And honestly, it ain't no telling what else could probably pop up. Because remember, there's millions of these files and we only got a little portion. We got a sliver of everything that's really out there on the table.
It's in my description.
But these files will come out.
It should
and like
be.
I said, Jay-Z got named up. He got some wild allegations through him. And we gotta go back some years for this. 2019 to be exact. A report that would get filed to the FBI hotline would name drop Jay-Z. But one day this woman claimed she woke up and she was drugged. Her mind was clouded. And Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein were in.
Was that Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein or was that Jay-Z and P. Diddy? Or Cosby? There's a lot of people that give out that what happened? That would have happened juice, you know?
The room with her. This is what the official document will read. On July 10th, 2019 at 8:20 Eastern Time, Blank called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of SA by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Blank provided the following information. In approximately 1994, Blank revealed herself to be a past victim of SA by Epstein and described that some of the happened at parties. She then say in approximately 1996, Blank resided with Blank and an unknown man abducted her from her home when she later woke up in the prison of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into, she believed that she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Blank estimated that she was abducted on 7 occasions, awakened each time in an opulent indoor setting. She suffered from
like kidnap? Like alien abduction? No, just playing. Not like kidnapped though, for real. Like, why the police did? I mean, I don't know.
On multiple of these occasions in which Epstein participated, she revealed that Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, were being present during some of the occasions of abuse. In approximately 2006, Blank recalled last being abused by Epstein. So this woman claiming back in 96, Harvey Weinstein was touching on her while Jay-Z was present. And if this is true, Jay-Z just being there is nearly just as bad as Harvey Weinstein doing that.
Lord have mercy, that's crazy.
You ain't no better than the nigga that's doing it. But she would say this, and then people would get to digging into Jay-Z and his life during the time of 1996. And the argument many people are using to defend Jay-Z is that he wasn't really known enough to be somebody that would have been warranted to be on that island. People like Jay-Z wasn't that hot. Jay-Z ain't the Jay-Z we know today back in 96. So why would Epstein have him on this island? Why would he be with Harvey Weinstein? Because he was this new buzzing artist. In 96, I'm pretty sure he wasn't even signed. He didn't sign until 97. He signed a deal with Def Jam. So
you telling me they pre-aimed Jay-Z's success? That's crazy. Or was it manufactured? Illuminati. Who knows, bro?
Saying he wasn't hot enough. He wasn't known enough. He wasn't industry enough to be on this island, which we don't know for sure, but it's a decent point until you actually look into Jay-Z's relationship with Harvey Weinstein. And this kind of throw it out the window for me, because these two have a relationship. There's plenty of pics and times of these two working together. And if you don't know who Harvey Weinstein is, long story short, he's a convicted S offender, multiple counts of R and SA, with all of this stacking up on top of each other. It will end up with him getting sentenced to 16 years of prison back in 2022. But we gotta go back to 2017, 2016, where we see Jay-Z and Weinstein really working together. Back in 2016, Jay-Z was signed a 2-year movie deal with Weinstein, but it would fall apart as these years went on because of all the Weinstein drama, these cases, these allegations, these rumors. So much will come out against Weinstein that a lot of these people that was working with him just pulled away. Billboard will write this back in 2018. Both Jay-Z and Eminem have filed court documents alleging that the Weinstein Company owes them for unpaid work.
You better not bring Slim Shady in this. You best not. You best not, bring. Hi, my name is who? My name is what? My name is Slim Shady. You best not. You best not.
The filings were reportedly made as a part of a former Powerhouse Film Studio's ongoing bankruptcy, and claim that TWC owes Eminem and Jay 6 figures each. According to The Blast, Jay-Z is claiming that the company owes him over $480,000 for his work as a producer on 2 TWC documentaries about Trayvon Martin and Khalif Browder. When it filed for bankruptcy in March after a wave of misconduct allegations against its founder, Harvey Weinstein, the company claims it did not owe Jay anything for them projects. And the point of me saying this is, Jay-Z and Weinstein got a history, but Jay wasn't the only big rapper mentioned in these allegations. Remember Pusha T, he had some throwing them as well, and these were equally as bad. But this time it claimed that Pusha T was a handler in one of these situations. The official documents from the government would say this.
No way, bro.
Blank believes she was drugged, clouding her memory. She attributed the drugging as frequently performed by people assigned as handlers, who she described as people with established friendship with the victims. Among her handlers, one was identified as the artist Pusha T. In approximately 07, Blank attended a party following an invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down the street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in SA. Blank claimed to have additional information of people involved in the enterprise and information related to racketeering conducted in support of the trafficking. She further believed she was under surveillance and stalked at the direction of people involved in the SA. She confirmed that she was not diagnosed with any mental illness, but refused to provide her physical address, advising that she maintained no permanent address. Rather, she moved between staying in different hotels. So
Lord, she's an escort.
It seems like she's saying she didn't have a place to stay. Then got this invite to this Epstein party.
Yeah,
but this information will come out and the entire industry is on fire.
I'm just joking. I don't know what
so many people got something to say. So many people don't have anything to say. Real deal industry people are so silent when it comes to Jay-Z and Pusha T in these documents. The whole industry's paying attention, but nobody wants to say anything. Everybody's keeping it quiet. It's like one half of the industry is silently responding. We got all of these people unfollowing Jay-Z, kind of cutting ties with him, but nobody is really saying anything.
Oh, no. Once you unfollow me, or in this situation, you already showed me whose side you on, bro.
For real. Lizzo would come out and she would be at the defense of Jay-Z and would kind of also defend Diddy in a way. She was basically like, the internet is making y'all think these situations is worse than what it was. Like, not every single Diddy party, they was doing freaky shit and it was a freak off.
Okay, so a lot of parties.
She was defending Diddy. It's weird. I'm gonna play the clip.
Frustrating to me because there are 3 million files, right? 3 million documents in the files. Because over the course of however long this man has been doing these crimes, every email, every text message, everything, just in general about this man's life, has been put into these files to scan for illegal activities, right? Every text message you sent to somebody. If you stole an apple from Walmart and you were on trial for stealing an apple from Walmart, is every person in your phone an accomplice? Is every person in your phone, is every email you sent to a person or speaking about a person, or does that make that person complicit? Does that make that person a bad guy? No, it doesn't. And that's the same thing with the Diddy stuff. That's a little more serious. That was so, I told y'all, the media is so smart. They're gonna make you so distracted with celebrity names that you're not gonna focus on the problem. You think every party that Diddy ever threw was a freak off and people were fucking and slipping and sliding on baby oil? No! That man had birthday parties. That man had Easter gatherings. That man had Super Bowl parties. That man had Christmas parties, Halloween parties, regular parties. And so now they're saying Mom Donnie's mom, who's a filmmaker, they're like, oh, she's on the Epstein list because she was on a guest list for Ghislaine Maxwell's like showing of a political film. Hey.
Oh, I get what she's saying. I get what she's saying.
Hey.
I get what she's saying.
You're distracted. You just want Mom Donnie.
Yeah, there probably is a lot of fluff in this case, but that doesn't change the fact that he did what he did. So they do have to check everything to see if they can find anyone that's a truly accomplice. A lot of people are not. Just because you went to the party, that don't mean you're involved with anything that he did. But just in case, we gotta check. We gotta check now.
To be a bad guy or his mom. A girl can go to a movie premiere. Do you think Ghislaine Maxwell woke up every single day trafficking children? No. Just because somebody's name is mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes who've spanned decades, doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice.
That makes
he
sense.
Can be mentioned. He referenced Jay-Z once.
She's not really technically defending him. She's just saying like everybody that he's associated with, got a picture with, being at his parties, is don't try to wrap them up into his crimes. So I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, they still got to check, baby girl. They still got to check.
He was like, oh, we could learn from Jay-Z's business model. Where's the crime?
But the thing with Lizzo, she has allegations of her own. So people see
that's right. I
this
forgot.
weird stuff. They're like, okay, this makes sense coming from you because, nigga, you're weird yourself. She got some crazy ass allegations. I don't know if y'all remember that. If we gotta hit the time machine, let's go back a couple years. Lizzo had allegations of her employees, the people that was working for her. If you remember, they was accusing Lizzo of forcing these girls that was working for her to shove bananas inside of them and eat them afterwards. Lizzo would turn around and deny, saying this was all fabricated. But it's crazy. She had allegations, some crazy ass allegations thrown her. So to see her defending these kind of allegations, people are like, you're weird. But like I said, the industry is like silently unfollowing Jay-Z, but nobody truly is speaking out against Jay-Z. The news will write this.
Dude, because Jay-Z got too much power, dog. I don't know if he's guilty or not. I'm not going to say he's guilty. I don't know. But I'm going to cover it because it's crazy.
Shortly after reports emerged that rapper Jay-Z was mentioned in the Epstein files, claims were made that the rapper not only lost over 100,000 followers on Instagram, but some big celebrities unfollowed him. But it's not just other people being quiet about the situation. Jay-Z himself has been quiet on the situation, which is interesting because remember the last time allegations got through on Jay-Z, Tony Busby and his team were trying to say that back in the 90s, early 2000s, Jay-Z had some weird shit going on. And they told a whole story about how he was in the room where a girl was getting, I can't really say too much because we're on YouTube. And when these allegations got thrown him back in 2024 trying to say he was doing weird shit with Diddy, he immediately responded. He had his team on go. As soon as this came out, he defended himself. He was like, y'all not finna put this out there. I even made a whole video on this back in 2024. But guess who had a response to the news as soon as it came out? Jay-Z. And he just defended himself. Some shit came out like this about anybody and they didn't do it. They're gonna defend themselves. But this is what he had to say. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby, which he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil. Whomever would commit such a crime against them be locked away. Would you not agree?
That's fact.
These alleged victims deserve real justice if that were the case. The lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these theatrics. I have no idea how you became such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I've seen your kind many times over. I'm more prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor or dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I gotta sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. The mention of celebrities, especially major figures like Jay-Z, sparked debate on social media. One user was right, so let me get this straight. Jay-Z was good friends with Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, R. Kelly, and now he's popping up in Epstein files. Interesting. Another said,
yeah, but like I said in the beginning, he had some weird relationships with some younger women in his advanced age. Well, I don't mean advanced because mid-20s, late 20s is not advanced, but compared to them it is. So
Let me guess, y'all about to make excuses for Jay-Z. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want to believe the DOJ, the Department of Justice website. Others pointed out that these allegations were tips, not evidence. These aren't logs. These are hotline
That's true.
calls.
They're
Anyone
just
could have phoned
low-key
this
just
in.
tips,
And to be honest,
though,
all
so.
of these are valid points. They were hotline calls. They were.
I hope Jay-Z not guilty. Let me just say that. I hope that everybody that were powerful in our culture is not a freaking sleazeball. I'm just not even gonna lie, bro, because it is disgusting. It is what it is. But I hope this is not true. I hope it's a misstep.
But Jay-Z also had a great relationship with R. Kelly, a great relationship with Diddy, a great relationship with Harvey Weinstein. Him and Harvey Weinstein signed a multi-year deal so they could work together. So people are defending Jay-Z in the situation, others aren't. And it's just one of them things where there is no true evidence on either side of the situation for real.
Jesus
but
Christ.
What's crazy is, we can go back a little bit to Kanye West. Kanye West has been hitting it exactly this for a long time.
Not Ye. Please. Please, don't. Let's take it. Ye's a very, very artistic and strange guy. But Ye been telling the truth for a long time, dog. And it makes it seem like he's insane, but he be telling the truth that everybody's scared to say. He said, Jay-Z, don't send shooters at me. I know you got shooters. Beyonce, don't send shooters. I know you got shooters. But bro, he's always known the truth. Or something close to the truth.
And Kanye is a little crazy. And he done came out and admitted himself that, yeah, nigga, I'm crazy. But think about all the stuff he been saying over these past few years. Think about all the craziness he done did. Remember that one song he dropped last year where he would say, I know some niggas that went to that island. Why would they go to that island? Now, people at the time thought Kanye was just being Kanye, yapping. But maybe it was some truth behind what he was saying. Because there's clips of Kanye online calling out Pusha T and Jay-Z in the same sentence. He's saying, look, if y'all knew what Jay-Z and Pusha T was really getting into over these years, y'all wouldn't praise them how y'all praise them. Keep in mind, this clip was before all of this came out. This year's old. Then we got 50 Cent trolling on Instagram saying he might make a doc. And y'all know 50 Cent, if he can really find some info on something, he will really make a doc on it for real. Now, a lot of these rich people do be weird as hell. Y'all always hear the billionaires is evil. These rich, famous, elite celebrities is evil and weird. And there's no telling what these people real life get into. It's no telling.
Dude, the music industry is like Gotham City. I ain't gonna lie.
What any of this could turn into, because there's more docs probably on the way. Even though the DOJ want to hold these docs hostage, I feel like they might actually come out for real at some point. Now, will we actually be able to read these documents, or will everything be blacked out? Ain't no telling. But what do y'all think? Y'all think Jay-Z and...
Bruh, y'all think Jay-Z is another Titan that's gonna fall from grace? Man, let me know in the comments. I hope not. But the truth don't care who care. The truth does not care who cares. The truth is the light. But y'all let me know in the comments. Till next time. It's been your boy, Ryder Rizzo. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.